Welcome class to the main handout for Math 2020, section 5.2, and this will be the video on that. 5.2 talks about rectangles and area properties, so we're going to find the perimeter and area of rectangles. Help remember calculating that. Area properties include the union of two regions, so that's this one here from this figure. So, the union of these two figures is this entire part where all of the figures are combined together, all parts of the figure. Now there's a little bit of overlap there, but we want to include that overlap and consider that into our union, okay? We are going to consider all of them that lie in one or the other, but not both, which means that this part right here cannot be counted twice. So you gotta be careful about that. But it turns out that we won't actually use these types of thoughts too much in this course. Okay. So, which is okay. The intersection of two regions, RNS, is all the points that lie in both of them. Okay. So of course that highlighted part here is where you want the intersection, both of them together. And two polygonal regions are congruent if they have the same equal size and shape, essentially. Okay, so union, intersection, and congruence, we won't use too much right now. But we did talk about congruence a lot with triangle congruence in chapter 4. Okay. So that's those first few definitions. Number 2, and so on throughout this rest of this handout will be the important parts of the section. Find the perimeter and area of the following region. Okay, again, perimeter is, what is perimeter? Perimeter is the length or the distance around a figure. Not just any geometric figure, but a 2D geometric figure. And so we're thinking about lengths. So this length right here is 3 centimeters. So we got 3 centimeters right there. 1, 2, 3. They've diagrammed it out for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 6 on the top. There's going to be 3 on the left side, and there's going to be 6 again on the bottom. So I'm naming them all out. But this is a very more concrete way of looking at the perimeter, as you can see the individual segments. Okay, so the perimeter is equal to twice the length plus twice the width, because you have 2 of them here. See, here's 1, 2 lengths, and I have 1, 2 widths here. Okay, so these will go the widths, and then these will go with the lengths. Twice the length and twice the width. Area, get that one a little bit better here. Area is equal to the length times the width. Recall that the area is all of the squares in the middle, so I'm going to color them all purple, light purple. Okay, so we want to be able to count all of these little squares in here. Now notice that I'm highlighting this one by one, which will take for a lot longer to do. Then there's other methods here. Okay, so now I have 12 squares, 13 squares, 14 squares, 15 squares, 16 squares, 17 squares, and 18 squares. Okay, so the area is 18 centimeters squared. But there's a faster way by counting the lengths and then multiplying them. Okay, so we have our length to be 6 centimeters. Multiplied by 6 centimeters. sorry, 3 centimeters for the width. That's equal to 18 centimeters squared. Okay. I can do for area. Now we're going to move on to area and perimeter, or find the area and perimeter of this next figure. Okay, this figure, there's like 3 ways you can do it. I'll just highlight them and then go ahead and calculate one of the ways. First, you can think of the area and the perimeter. Well, actually, how about if we have you think of a way to find the area and perimeter, and pause the video and then come back to us when you're ready, found your area and perimeter. So go ahead and pause it now. Okay, now that you're back and you found your area and perimeter, let's go ahead and take a look at one way to do it. Way 1 is to divide up the figure. Into parts. Okay, so we can divide it up into these 2 parts, for example. We have a rectangle. How big is this rectangle? We know the length is 20 meters. And we don't know the height, but we do know we could deduce the height from what's given. This distance right here is 8. It's the same as this distance here. And then the whole thing here is 16 meters. So that means this top part must also be 8 meters. Okay? So it's 20 meters by 8 meters. Then we have and again, then this is also 8 meters here for this rectangle. This one here is 4 meters by 8 meters. This one here is 8 meters by, well, I don't know the length, but I can deduce it by saying, okay, this length is 4 meters, this length was 8 meters as written, and then the whole thing is 20 meters. So 20 minus 12 is 8. So 8 meters there. This is an 8 by 8 square. Okay, and then all those parts together, we have a 20 meters by 8 meters plus a 4 meters by 8 meters plus an 8 meters by 8 meters. Okay, so that's equal to 20 times 8 is 160 meters squared plus 32 plus 64 m squared. Okay, and so 160 and 32 and 64 is 256 meters squared. Okay, that's way 1. And I'm going to show you one more way, just thinking outside the box, or as the box as a whole. Use light purple. What I can do is I can find the area of this total rectangle here, the whole thing. And then I can subtract off the area of this rectangle here. Okay, so that's the purple way. So the area, find the area of the whole rectangle. Subtract off the area of little rectangle that's not needed. So the big rectangle is 12 times 16, 20 times 16. Subtract off the little one, which was 8 by 8. Okay, 20 times 16 will be 320 meters squared. Subtract off 64 meters squared, which will give you 256 meters squared. There's two ways of getting that one. Moving on to number 4. Go ahead and try number 4. Pause the video and then resume it when you're ready. Go ahead and pause it now. Okay, now we're back and we've tried number 4. Let's take a look at how it works out. We want to find, we have an area of rectangular carpet placed on a wood floor, which measures 7 by 8. It leaves a margin of 1 meter around it. Find the area of the visible wood floor and the area of the carpet. Okay, so the visible wood floor is in white, and the area of the carpet is in purple, bluish color, blue. Okay. Oops. So this one we're going to do area of wood floor first. Okay, as we go through the chapter 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and so on, sorry, and let's skip 7, but as we go through chapters 5 and 6 and 8, we're going to get some more complicated geometry problems. So let's go ahead and do lots of steps and section off which parts we're looking for by area. So the area of the wood floor is this border here, okay? The green border. Now we can find the area of this floor by finding the area of the whole thing, the whole rectangle, and then subtracting off the part that is the blue part, the inside rectangle. Okay. So we'll call the area of the green rectangle. Subtract off the area of the blue rectangle. That will give us the area of the border. Okay. Area is equal to length times width, which is equal to the length of the green one. Let's see. This is the length I need right here. This is the width I need. And they're labeled as 7 and 8 meters respectively. That's equal to 56 meters squared. Okay. Area of the blue rectangle is equal to, well, I have 1 meter and 1 meter. That's the indication of how far apart the borders are. So this distance from here to here is 1 meter. And this distance from here to here is 1 meter. But the border of the length and width of the blue rectangle is not that 1 minus 1 and that 1 minus 1. Nope, indeed we have to subtract off 2 meters because of these ones right here are also 1 meter. And this one right here is also 1 meter. Okay, so this length right here, subtract off 2 meters will give me this one right here. Okay, because of this meter and this meter. This length right here, subtract off 2 meters will give me this length right here because of this meter and this meter. Okay. So we're going to do area is equal to length times width. We have to subtract off the units. So the length will be 8 meters minus 2 meters. The width will be 7 meters minus 2 meters. Okay, which is equal to 6 meters times 5 meters. That's equal to 30 meters squared. Okay. So the area of the wood floor is equal to 56 meters squared, subtract 30 meters squared. And when we do that, we get 26 meters squared as our answer. Okay. Now the area of the carpet is the inside rectangle, which is the blue rectangle. Okay, and that's going to be 30 meters squared. Okay, so the blue rectangle, the wood floor. And we got our answers. For number 5, the area of a rectangle is 20 centimeters squared. The width is 4 centimeters. Find the length and the perimeter. So if an area is equal to 20 centimeters squared, we know that the area is also equal to length times width. If the width is 4 centimeters, let's go back up there, because we can just put 20 centimeters squared in for the area here, and put length times width here. So 20 centimeters squared is equal to, well, the width is 4, so the length is going to be still there, 4 centimeters. In order to find the answer, we're going to divide by 4 centimeters. Divide by 4 centimeters. Notice that the centimeters squared and the centimeters will cancel, one of them. From the centimeters squared will cancel with one of the centimeters in the denominator. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Therefore, the length is 5. These will cancel here. Okay. So the length is 5. We're going to divide that off. Perimeter is equal to twice the length plus twice the width. So twice the length, 2 times 4 centimeters plus 2 times 5 centimeters. Okay. That's equal to 8 centimeters squared, or centimeters, since the perimeter is not squared, right? Plus 10 centimeters. The perimeter is 80 centimeters. 18 centimeters. Okay. So we found that the length is 5 centimeters. The perimeter is 18 centimeters. Okay, there we go. The last problem here is finding the width and area of the rectangle. So the width, we don't know what that is, and that's going to be here. The area, we don't know. But what do we know? We know that the length is 7 centimeters, and the perimeter is equal to 22 meters. Okay. The perimeter is equal to twice the length plus twice the width. Okay, so I'd like to write my formulas down. 2 times 7 meters plus 2 times the width. That's 14 meters plus 2 times the width. The perimeter we do know is 22 meters. So let's copy that down. Okay. I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides. And 14 minus 14 will go to 0. 22 minus 14 is 8. Equals twice the width. Divide by 2. The width is equal to 4 meters. Okay, so once we do that, we're going to label it into our picture. And now I need to know the area. The area is going to equal length times width, which in this case is 4 meters times 7 meters, 28 meters squared. Okay, and so that's what they were looking for in these ones. All right, so kind of a reminder lesson for how perimeter and area work. Please let me know if you have any questions. So please send me an email or cast a Zoom chat. These problems are like the homework problems, so this is a good introduction to the homework. All right, have a great